Hello, this is Dr. Abbas Vattoli, Assistant Professor, Amal College of Advanced Studies, Nilambur. Today, I would like to discuss about project topics related to COVID-19 pandemic. You know, COVID-19 has brought major changes in every aspects of life. It has changed the way people purchase product, the way people do business, and even the way people live. Let's discuss about some of the suggested topics to do project for under UG or PG that is relating to the COVID-19 pandemic. First one, impact of COVID-19 lockdown restrictions on restaurants business in Nilambur area. I have chosen the restaurant business because this business was not fully closed but has transformed a lot in the business models. Instead of serving at their restaurant, now they are selling parcels. So there is a good scope to make a detailed study into the transformation of the restaurant's business models and whether it has increased their revenue or whether decreased, and if yes, how much revenue has been decreased and what are the major problems faced by these restaurants during these lockdown restrictions. You can also make the study into textiles, mobile businesses, and so on. Mobile business or electronic media has increased their business during this lockdown because of the high demand for these electronic gadgets. The second one is problem and prospects of roadside vending in the post-COVID scenario. A study among street vendors in Nilambur Taluk. This is again, after the COVID-19 lockdown, you have seen a large number of people are stepping or venturing into the street vending of food, vegetables, toys, etc. So this is the right time to go deep into such traders and understand their problems and the amount of their capital investments and also the challenges from the government or the existing fixed shop retailers, etc. Number three, travel service providers' response to COVID-19 induced slowdowns. A study with reference to Malappuram district. Again, the travel space is one of the worst hit industry due to this COVID-19 pandemic. And so you have to study about whether they are still closed or whether they have turned around to bring new business models and to bring revenues. We can see a mixed response from this travel space. Travel space include the taxi drivers, private bus owners, and many such categories are there. You can study them individually or in a collective manner, and also you have to understand that how they managed, whether they remained closed for the whole lockdown period or whether they found new alternatives to sustain. Next, business performance of non-allopathic clinics during the post-COVID period, a study with reference to Malappuram district. This is again another interesting area. COVID is a health emergency, but during the COVID-19 lockdowns, people are reluctant to go to hospitals, and especially in the non-allopathic industry. So this you are going to study about the impact of COVID on the demand side of the non-allopathic medicines. So you can conduct a study among non-allopathic clinics and understand their business performance during 2020. Fifth one is leaps and bounds in GST collection in India during the post-COVID period. COVID is an international impact. It has affected our economy in a deeper way. We know that the GST collection was very much affected, and you can clearly study which sector the GST collection was very low and which month it was very low, and how slowly or how it has been managed or that GST collection statistics, or otherwise graph, is moving up during the 2020. That will be an interesting study based on the secondary data. Then sixth one, customers' feedback on forced home shopping due to COVID-19 restrictions in 2020. Actually, the first five topics were related to the businessman's point of view of COVID, and now we are looking at the customers or people's point of view of COVID experiences. This is because especially the women and children's are and the old age people, etc., are forced to do their shoppings from home, either through online or through some moving retailers or through their parents or their dependents. So how it affected their satisfaction, their choices, etc., will be an interesting study. So make a study about home shopping experiences of people, especially the elders, women, children, and other vulnerable categories who are strongly restricted to go outside. Next, stress management practices followed by bank employees during the COVID-19 induced social distancing protocols. This is again another interesting area. There are certain essential services which cannot be shut down even during the lockdown. This just like banks, hospitals, essential government services, even like supermarkets, stationery shops, etc. So the employees of these organizations will have a lot of difficulties or stress during their working hours, and so this study will reveal about that how much stress they have faced and how they manage the stress and whether they have been affected by COVID or something like that. Next is opportunities and challenges of online teaching, a survey among college teachers in Nilambur. That is again one of the one of the biggest transformation that happened in the education is during this lockdown, because from the classroom teaching we have transformed into an virtual teaching. So this has created problems, both pros and cons, to the teachers and students and also. So from the teacher side, if you make a survey, you will understand that how much they are adapted to the new method of teaching and how much effective they are thinking about this new method of teaching. And next is student satisfaction towards virtual learning experiences during the COVID-19 lockdown. We know the students are the most unhappy people during this lockdown because the colleges or schools are not yet open and they are completely staying home without meeting their teachers, friends, etc. Even though they are studying online through videos or virtual interactions, but they are not fully satisfied. So this is the right time to peep into their experiences to know it better, how much stress or how much satisfaction they are having in these online classrooms. And the last one is social media creators' experience in viewership and earnings during the post-COVID scenario. And again, interestingly, we have seen that so many creators, bloggers have emerged during this lockdown because of the popularity of the internet and social medias. So you can survey some YouTubers or some content writers regarding their increasing their viewership, increasing their productions, increasing their earnings, etc. during this COVID-19 period. So this is all about new project topics relating to the COVID-19. I hope these topics are informative and you can make required changes and customization to suit in your specific needs. And also please understand that at UG or PG level the topic should be very, very specific, and so that you can bring an interesting and realistic results or interpretations out of your study. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.